Welcome to the Geekz. This is Lil. You're on mute, Steve.
This is Steve keeping it green. Motherfucker.
How green
Look,
are you, Steve?
0 people saw that, so it doesn't matter.
But I saw it. And the people who will go back and watch it will see it. So
Sure.
But still hilarious. So how are you, Steve? How was your Father's Day?
It was good. It was very quiet. I did a lot of gaming. On Father's Day, just kind of hung out. Father's Day and Mother's Day are kind of spent like that. We just kind of chill and then let the kids and our significant other pamper us for the day. So it's that and birthdays, kind of like the same stuff with me and my wife. Like we kind of do birthdays the same way too. It's like I don't really want anything. I just want to chill and not like have to do anything for a day. And like you could bring me food and stuff. That'd be sweet. So
that's cool. That's cool.
I got a new beard trimmer thing, head trimmer thing. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
One of those ones that like you hold like this, you know.
Oh yeah, okay, I've seen that. Yeah, like the palm one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm still holding on to the few.
I just said I still have plenty of hair, but I was like, I just want to see how it does. Now my head's like Velcro.
I don't want to be called Remy. It's from American History X. So I'm not there yet.
I let my actions do.
I understand, Steve. I was joking, but that's is that. Yes, Sean's check. I mean, part of it cleared, so hopefully he jumps on at some point. But
He should. What's up, Al?
What's up, Al? What's up, Benjamin? How's it going? Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, you know what's funny? I'm not wired that way. I can't sit around and do nothing. I'm
always doing shit though, so it's like I
am too. Like, but I have.
I like sitting.
I can't. Like we talked about it.
You gotta relax. You need weed in your life. That's why.
What's up, James?
What's up, James?
That's
spoken.
What's up,
Sean?
What's up, Sean?
How goes it?
Yeah. So, we were gonna go and do some stuff like last weekend. Like we were gonna go to the beach and then to a park, and like it was raining a lot, so like we didn't do any of that. And so on Father's Day, I decided to say, you know what, I'm going toy and video game hunting. So I just started like GPS mapping and dragged the family with me, and like just started driving to random places and like just looking at what they had. I bought a lot. I got some stuff. I got some stuff as gifts. I bought some, so I got a lot for the toy box today.
I have nothing. Well, I have my little shaver, but
I mean, if you want to, show us how the shaver works. What's up, Robert? But yeah, so I mean that's basically what we did. We ate at this really good deli we have around here that like I love. Like I used to love Reuben sandwiches. Like a good Reuben, the best. But I can't eat the bread and stuff. So
you like sauerkraut and shit?
On a Reuben, I don't like it everywhere, but like on a Reuben, whew.
Reubens are interesting. Like sometimes it's like the best sandwich. Other times it's like the worst thing you've ever tasted.
I agree. It depends on where you get it from. So this place we have is like a true New York deli, and it's called Pickles. And I love pickles too. So they have like the stuff straight out of New York. They bring in water from New York, all this kind of stuff. Big New York crowd down here in Central Florida, same with Chicago. Like most of the restaurants are either like from Chicago, from New York, that's what you get, but it's awesome. And so like me and my wife split what they call like a skyscraper. So she'll get the sandwich and I'll just take some of the meat pieces out of it. So I'll get some of that pastrami and some of that corned beef and stuff, like the inner part, and just kind of eat that with a fork. It's like as close as I can get to a real Reuben. So that was kind of like the highlight, outside of Toy Fun.
I had some sandwich meat with a fork. Fucking happy Father's Day to me.
Exactly. Well, I don't eat bread, and when I do, it fucks me up.
You gotta watch out.
James, I don't make toy hunting videos. I've always wanted to. It's tough. I think I should, now that my kids are older and like they're into that kind of stuff, have them actually film while I'm doing this stuff. It's just like I kind of like ditch them because like whenever we go to a big store and stuff, I go on my own because like they all of a sudden start to go toward what they like, So it's like I'm hunting like NES games, retro toys, statues, and they'll go to the Funko Pop section, and I'm like, I don't give a crap about that stuff. So it's like I'm gonna go to Lego, and it's.
We have a big collectible store in the Sacramento area called The Cave. There's a few locations. And whenever I go there with the family, it's like I have my things I'm looking at, and they all have their things they're looking at, and none of it's the same. They're hanging out in the clothes department for a long time. And I'm like, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
So
I've decided I have a problem, and
it's a nice shirt, by the way.
I know. Thank you. Look at that. Get your 31 Days of Horror T-shirt. Geekz, nice.
I sold a bunch of stuff this week.
But they're having another sale. I think TeePublic's having another sale, so go on Steve's TeePublic site. Steve, put it in the chat. If you can get to it quick. But I did find out that I have a problem with T-shirts now that I can buy off the rack easily. I probably have like 50 T-shirts, and I need to stop. Like I need to just stop, and it's pretty good.
You have how many?
About 50 just T-shirts, like maybe more. I stopped counting at 50, but like every time I go to a store, and it's like, especially like I go to Walmart, I used to not be able to buy just the random T-shirts at Walmart. It's like $8, $4, $5, and it's like, oh, they got and I didn't buy it. They had like this new Wolverine T-shirt. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. Brown suit Wolverine looks good. Jim Lee style art. No, I gotta pass. I have too many of these. Because everybody was buying me shirts and stuff for a while, and it's like I wasn't wearing them because like the fit wasn't there yet, and now that the fit's there, like it's all of a sudden like my closet just exploded, and so that was kind of Father's Day for me. Nothing too big.
I guess we were kind of having the opposite problem. Like I got bigger for a big chunk of change and couldn't fit into any of my clothes. And then now, like, I'm getting smaller again, and I'm like going into my shed out there, and I'm like, holy shit, I can fit into all this stuff again. I'm super glad I didn't throw away all these
bust out that old Robin T-shirt that you had.
I wore it last week. I haven't been able to fit in that thing for like 4 years. So
no, I get it, and it's funny because even now, like some of the stuff that I was like that I bought, and I'm like, oh, this is stuff. Now it's weirdly loose, and like even the neckline, like the neck is huge on it, so I'm like, I can't wear this again. Like so, it's like it goes to like the pajama pile, like a pajama shirt. I like sleeping in T-shirts and a shorts. So, yeah, I don't know. That was kind of it for Father's Day. I know we're kind of biting time because we don't want to talk about the boys, and I know Steve's got some, not Game of Thrones, whatever it's House of the Dragon talk with Sean. But Steve, you watch anything else this week?
I did not. There you go. I just put the link for the TeePublic thing in there. I did not watch. What did I watch? I did watch something else. What did I fucking watch? I don't remember. Well, I watched some movies for 31 days.
Yes, and for those who want to know ahead of time, we're doing the first Omen. Kind of talked about it last week. We thought we were going to do it last week. We didn't because Sean wanted to watch it. And then I Know What You Did Last Summer is the other one, which I watched it on my DVD VCR combo built-in TV that I put a fourth TV up in my loft here to hook up more retro video game systems to. It's getting kind of nuts. So but I watched it on DVD. Nuts, it was nice.
Yeah, the same VHS. I have it. Put it in there. Great. A lot of that music hits the right way if you're watching it on the right format. So
yeah, for sure.
What's up, Pacino? I watched something else. And I can't. I know I did. This always happens. Like I always have it, and then we talk about things, and I forget, and then like halfway into the show, I'm gonna remember. Oh shit! But I do have something for you to do right now while I'm trying to remember it. I'll answer this question from Pacino first.
Pacino just says, check out the site New Wave Toys. All right, I'll have to check that out. New Wave Toys. Thanks, Pacino. I will check that out. So
who's your favorite video game character of all time?
It's Mario. It's always Mario. I love Mario.
So I found myself on the official Nintendo website here, and I got a official Mario quiz from Nintendo.com. Okay. I selected hard on the difficulty.
Oh shit! Okay.
And you have 5 questions, so we're gonna see how well you do.
Okay.
This is multiple choice. Okay.
Okay.
So this one's gonna take This is gonna take a minute for me to get all this out. So all right. Question number 1. In the Super Mario Sunshine game, Mario uses a tool strapped to his back to clean up messes on Isle Delfino called Flood. What does Flood stand for? FLUDD. What does Flood stand for? Wait, I have multiple choice.
Okay.
1 is Forensic Light Under Dirty Dog. 2, Fantastic Ludwig Under Dingbat. What the fuck? Number 3 is Flaming Laser Ultra Dirt Destroyer, and 4 is Flash Liquidizer Ultra Dousing Device.
I think it's the last one.
So you're going with answer 4, Flash Liquidizer Ultra Dousing Device.
Yes.
That is right. Good job. I don't know. I have to click the button.
Super Mario Sunshine is one of my favorite games. It's an underrated Mario game. A lot of people hated it when it came out for the GameCube. I loved it, and I still have it. I have it for the GameCube, and I have it for the Switch. So,
in which game did Mario first encounter the poison mushroom? Was it A, a new Super Mario Brothers Wii? B, Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels? C, Super Mario Land? Or D, Super Mario Brothers 3? Which game did Mario encounter the poison mushroom first?
I think this is wrong because I believe it is The Lost Levels.
Can't be wrong. It's on Nintendo.
It came out in Japan first, so that's what I'm wondering. I actually think it's on the Game Boy. What was the?
You have A, Super Mario Brothers Wii, B, Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels, C, Super Mario Land, or D, Super Mario Brothers 3.
I'm gonna go with Super Mario Land.
Super Mario Land. Picking. Sorry, it was Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels, known in Japan as Super Mario Brothers.
Okay, see that was where I was confused on because The Lost Levels was released here on the Super Nintendo. See, that's what I was. I'm just clarifying. I know. I'm just clarifying.
You got it wrong. You're one right now.
I will take the L, but I'm clarifying my answer. When you said Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, that to me was the one released.
All right. Well, we have a similar question coming up with games, so we'll see if you have the same problem with this one. Okay. All right. You and your fucking.
I knew it was the Japan one.
I could never do like trivia night with you. You'd be fucking arguing with the judge, like, no, we actually got that right. If you think about it, like, oh god, a little. All right. Sure. Question number 3.
Okay.
In which game did Mario first get sleepy and take a nap when the player was idle? Was that A, Super Mario 64, B, Super Mario Sunshine, C, Super Mario Odyssey, D, Super Mario World? In what game did Mario first get sleepy and take a nap when the player was idle?
Can you give me the choices again?
A, Super Mario 64, B, Super Mario Sunshine, C, Super Mario Odyssey, D, Super Mario World.
I don't
leaning
know.
on
I'm going to go with Odyssey.
All right, we're picking Odyssey. C, Odyssey. Oops, even heroes need a break once in a while, and Mario finally gets his rest in Super Mario 64, saying, I'm tired, before yawning and curling up for a nap.
I see, I never go idle, so that's the weird part with it. Oh, the check cleared, guys.
Super Mario Sunshine.
No, it wasn't that one. All right, question number 4. You have 2 left.
Okay.
Question number 4. Which is the first Super Mario game where Mario's hat can be blown off of his head? Is that A, Super Mario Sunshine, B, New Super Mario Brothers, C, Super Mario 64, or D, Super Mario Odyssey?
Super Mario Odyssey.
I haven't been playing so many of these games in such a long time.
Super Mario Odyssey.
That's the first game where he could throw his hat.
Oh,
right. It's not blown off.
Wait, what was the last?
Super Mario Brothers Wii
64.
So you have the answers are Super Mario Brothers Sunshine, New Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 64, and Super Mario Odyssey.
New Super Mario.
Super Mario 64.
Well, Sean's going with Super Mario 64. Although you're going with New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh. Mario's hat first gets blown off in Super Mario 64.
Boom!
Oh, shit. 1 for 4.
I don't remember that.
Redeem yourself. Redeem yourself with question 1, with question 5. Even though, according to you, you got question 2 right because it was a wrong question coming from Nintendo.com. All right. Question number 5. In the original Super Mario Brothers game, Mario's iconic overalls weren't blue. They were red. That's what red, right?
Yeah, I would say red too.
Yeah. that was yep. So you got 2 out of 5. Good job.
I have a vintage Mario coin bank still in the box up there with the red overalls.
Steve, you might have to keep this video game trivia going. You got anything else?
That was. I tried to do it again, and it wouldn't let me. It just said I could do it. It's the same questions.
Any Nintendo questions, like Nintendo games or anything like that?
Well, here, like I got this one right here.
Video game trivia. I don't know. Maybe because
I didn't expect to keep it going. I was just trying to fill some time.
Alo's not good at every video game trivia, so I don't know.
I'm not because I collect. I haven't played them in such a long time. Like I played Sunshine recently. I've not played 64 in a long time. So
Steve, yeah, all this other stuff sucks.
Wait, Steve, Alo is so combative. When you asked him the question, he was like, "Well, you could go around here and then think about Japan, but then you could probably do it. But is that right though?" I'm like, "What the hell?"
It's showmanship.
I'm the Luka Doncic of trivia. I'm just going to complain about the referees.
We gotta.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got flip. Steve is very.
I wasn't full screen. I just went back full screen, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's not good." Sean, how's it going, my friend?
What's up, man? What's going on, brother? This is Sean.
We got some stuff. Oh yeah, how was your Father's Day?
It was good. How you doing? I seen Inside Out. Hello.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
It's okay.
Okay.
I didn't get.
It's okay. I get it. Like the emotions hit me because
I can see.
I have a different perspective with it because of anxiety. Like that got me.
That was a lot. It was a lot. I didn't know Hater didn't come back, and neither did Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I couldn't even tell. You couldn't even really tell, to be honest. But
their characters weren't exactly like. They didn't have like 100,000 lines in the first movie, so.
It's true.
Robert, let's go Celtics. The Celtics won. I got to give them props. So what's up, Fernando?
What's up, Fernando? So we watched some shit this week that we were waiting for you to come on to talk about. One thing that we all watched, all 3 of us watched, is the first 4 episodes of The Boys.
And I somehow just watching it got pink eye. I have
the show continues to be disturbing.
well, yes, it is. It's got its disturbing moments, but like people were on the internet talking about like it's the most disturbing thing they've ever seen, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like shrinking down and going into a penis and then exploding from the inside.
That still tops. That still tops for me. I think that's still number 1.
Or when opens the door and just gets barrels of man juices flowing on him, like That was disgusting as well.
Or the one guy that had like Mr. Fantastic powers with his wiener, and it was like
like
people and stuff like.
So yeah, wild, gross, and disgusting. And I never want to see that again. It's not the worst thing the boys has done. So like everyone was up in arms. Like that's why I was like, okay, well I gotta watch these 4 episodes, and I watched them. Like, that it? Like, yeah, gross. We've seen worse.
I don't know. I think some of the stuff in the, especially episode 4, I think were some really disturbing stuff. Like, not the gross factor, not so much, but just like
the show is hitting
fucked up.
The show is hitting some disturbing nerves with a lot of people.
Like when you find out why Sister Sage was really getting down with the deep, like when I first saw that prod, I was like, I wonder what that was for. And then like you get it around and you're like, oh God, this is really bad.
Dude, I couldn't even watch that shit because I knew it was coming. I was like,
she picked that thing up. I was like,
I know. I hit the 10-second flip.
I did too. I was like,
she said, grab the hammer. I was like,
Yeah, I would be honest. There's a lot of 10-second flips that I do on the boys.
I
want to be prepared for it. I'm like, let me just 10 seconds.
I don't know.
We're not surprised. We're not surprised.
Not us, but there are people who are surprised. And Fernando, you're right. People are just realizing that this is a parody of things that is happening in the world now, and now they're angry. That's why you saw the Rotten Tomatoes review bombing of it. It's gotten out of hand.
Well, this season
was there a Rotten
It's very It's very on the head this season. It's very.
And they've come out and basically said it. Like,
man, what happened to society? Like literally in real life, like everything is just really bad. Like everybody is just review bombing.
Well, this is what it is.
And we had this conversation before. We've a voice to the voiceless. Like the people who didn't have voices before, people who didn't have voices before now get to speak and they say whatever they want, and there's no holding back now. The world is a different world now. Like without social media, when social media wasn't a thing, like you didn't hear anybody. Now you hear everybody now. And
if there was social media back when like cowboys and shit were running around, you know what I mean? Like, shit would have been weird. You know, it's just when everybody knows what everybody is thinking, you know, it's like, and everybody's right. Nobody's wrong.
Nobody.
It doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter.
That's the thing, man.
Nobody's wrong.
I admit I'm wrong all the damn time, and I don't care. Like, I'm wrong, and I'll admit that. But like, people are like just ridiculous. Like, James, I'm not with you on Firecracker.
I didn't know anybody bombed this fucking this show. I thought everybody was good with it.
No, man. Twitter, people like Twitter, like it. Once was it Kripke, right? That's the showrunner's name. Like once he came out and said, I think, well, here Ed wrote, like it's a Firecracker is Alex Jones and MTG. And Bobert and like a combination of all of them. I do not.
I do not either.
I do not, James. I'm not with you there. I'm not. All of a sudden, like the internet, the Twitter went insane because he came out and said it. Like that's who like he based the character on, and all of a sudden it's just like
really. I didn't even hear that. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then people are mad that with Black Noir, like because in the comics, like he's a clone of Homelander, but they're not doing that here.
Who knows? Maybe.
He came out and said he's not. He's like he wants the focus to be on Homelander.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah.
That's that. Well, they're doing a lot of different things with the show.
Well, exactly.
I'm curious how this ends. I'm very curious because, like
season 5.
One more season. So
yeah, the show. I mean, the comic book ends crazy. So I'm curious. Are they going to end it like that, or are they going to end it like some other kind of way? I would like to see the comic book version of the end though, because it's really fucking crazy. But I doubt it. It's going to be something else.
I don't know. I'm torn. Because I know how the comic ends and like, but then like looking at what they're doing here with Homelander and everything, like the nuanced differences, it's like okay, give me something different, but I hope the payoff is just as crazy.
I think I want the boys to kind of not go in a different arc than like the different arc than a comic. I don't want them to end like that. And if you haven't read the comic, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But it's just I actually like the characters, but again, if you like the characters you're invested, they can fucking be taken out any day of the week. So I'm waiting for Starlight to be like killed. Like it's just like on the edge. Her and A-Train.
Oh, A-Train's got to be dead this season.
A-Train's had a target on his back since like season 2.
Yeah,
like
it's a Homelander target though, like right, like he's gonna like rip out.
He just stole something from Homelander in episode 4, so we'll see.
How is Homelander not gonna know, right? Like that's the thing.
They were all taking out such random spots. I'm like, he definitely has all that memorized. He definitely has like a little drawing of it somewhere or something.
The 3 right now who I know. They're probably gonna get killed. Is gonna be A-Train, maybe Starlight, and what's the executive girl's name with the red hair?
I know. Yeah. I don't know if she's gonna be killed right away because I think she's been
dodging bullets left and right.
She was trying to go work for Disney. Disney's been fucking poaching her for years.
That was a hilarious thing where that one girl was like murdered right in front of her. And then she just like shreds her resignation notice. Yeah. I was like, oh man, like it's a crazy.
I like the fighting game that they showed them playing. And
oh man,
I think it was Ed
that
showed us that posted it, or somebody posted a picture of it, and it said it was like a cover of the game, like a mock-up of the game's cover, the case, and it said rated E for everyone. I was like, perfect. He literally lamplighter shoved like a flagpole up that Scarlet chick's ass all the way up through her mouth. It said E for everyone.
Is that what it said? E for everyone? Crazy. I mean, it's great, man. I can't get a second watch out of it. I can't just go back in and watch it again.
I know. I'm the same way. Like I can't. I'm good.
I can't put myself through it, man. It's like so, and I want to. I'm like, I gotta watch it again. And I'm like,
No, I've seen it once. I'm good. There's so many times. Again, in episode 4, when Sister Sage has the deep ice pick her into the brain. So Sister Sage is the smartest person in the world. Her brain constantly regenerates. So any cells that die off are constantly being regenerated. So her way of dumbing herself down to be able to interact with simpletons is to give herself a fucking lobotomy. She scrapes her brain so that she can like hang out. And like when she did it, it was like sexual and weird because she was like, get the hammer. It's like tap, tap. And she's like, now scrape my fucking brains. Scrape my brains. And she's like, she started grunting. And I was like, like the show is weird in weird ways where you don't expect it to get weird. You're just like,
very true.
Who like the writer's room has to be like, people are just like, I got a crazy idea.
It is,
but I do have to say, like this, like, with all the craziness going on, with all those scenes, like just continuing on Homelander's arc has been really interesting, and that episode 4, like him bringing that damn Fudgy the Whale thing and then just destroying everyone was crazy.
Yo, that shit was
like if I saw him come down and act that way, like I would have just been like, all right, you're going to kill me anyway. I'm not doing what I would actually argue with him. I would have like that one dude he made.
Just run up and start punching. Just run
not
up
even that.
Punching.
Not even that.
No, because then he'll blast you. He'll just like zap, and then you're dead. Then it's over with real quickly. You don't got to do none of this weird shit.
I would just stand up to him and be like, you know what? I'm not going to do what you want me to do because I don't care. You're going to take me out anyway. Just do it because I'm not scared of you. And then boom, call it.
Yo, we would be in a shit ton of trouble if there were real soups. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, like we would be fucked. Like, there'd be no presidents, there'd be no world leaders. Like we would have.
Well, that's what we're seeing, right? We're seeing like what is happening with this, and that was a good insight. What I can't remember her name now. But what she told him, like what Vought's best thing is the manipulation they did with him, with Homelander to actually keep him in line, was that he needed the love of everyone. Like he could have busted out of those rooms as a kid at any moment, but he wanted their love and wanted their approval. And I'm like, we're seeing that. We're seeing that's why he's so insane. He can't get past that.
They're all villain. Like
everybody's a villain. Everyone's
a villain. There's no heroes in this.
They don't help. They don't save anything. Every thing that they save is propped up. We saw that in episode 2 with Ryan, who gets his first like shot at showing the world a hero he can be, and ends up fucking killing the stunt guy.
I felt terrible for that stunt guy. He was such a nice guy. It's like, oh, you want to keep working on it? Oh, he's like, just push me. I can take it. Splat. I was like,
I knew as soon as he said, on the real day, push me. I could take it. I was like,
yeah, you're dead. Yeah. We knew, everybody knew he was dead. Like,
you're dead. Signed your fucking. And then I looked at him. I was like, man, he's got a bunch of nice tattoos too.
But then Homelander came down. Was like, he's like, do it. And it's just like when Homelander comes, it's like this dude is crazy. Like, yo, it's like at some point somebody's got to kill this dude. But there's no superheroes that's stronger than him, which is weird to me. How's there no superhero that's stronger than him?
Because they developed him to be the ultimate superhero. I mean, his son will be the one who's going to be stronger than him. That's what we're going to find out. That's got to be how they're playing.
I don't think so. I think his Butcher at the end of the day is going to. There's going to be a different way to kill him, and I think it's going to be probably Butcher that does it. And
Scott, it is up on Steve's TeePublic site. He just posted the link to it on here, so you can pick it up at any point.
The link is a little further up in the comments.
If you haven't watched The Boys, sorry. We just spoiled the shit out of it for you.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't spoil a lot, but there's a lot more that went on. But
no, we kind of spoiled everything.
We spoiled it, dog.
But it's
spoiler alert. Where's the spoiler tag?
It's been really good.
Yeah. We enjoyed it. You want anything else, Steve?
Hey, I'm
I thought we was do our own show with this.
Well, then we didn't talk about it, and here we are on Saturday.
I thought you were going to come up with the whatchamacallit.
I fucking had it watched by Tuesday in case we wanted to review it after we would finish Star Wars.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, we should do. Right. We'll do like how many episodes is it? Like 10?
I don't know. Is it?
We should do like a half season, because sometimes they take that break. You know what I mean? They took that break last year. They took like a 2-week break at the end last year.
I think it's only 8 episodes, Steve. I don't really think it's that many episodes.
No, then we'll do like a half. We'll do like 4 and 4 like deep dives.
Cool.
Either way, fucking awesome. So good. It ends on a very Game of Thrones note.
Oh, dude, what? It was like,
that's not what he said to do. That's not what he said to do. He said, kill this dude.
Yeah.
And you killed that little tiny baby boy.
Yeah, what a sucker move.
This is going to create lots of problems. This is going to create lots of issues. This whole fucking show is just like miscommunication 101.
Constantly.
It's like if you guys, and like these two ladies, if they just sat down in a room and fucking talked, they'd probably be like, wait, he told you what? He told me that. Wait a second. We got to figure this out, right? Because they both really do feel like they're right. So I get why they're both doing what they're doing. But it's like, it's all just like, even the one boy that killed the other boy at the end of last season, like, didn't mean to. He was like, no, don't do that. Like, right when it was happening, he was like, no. And like, and now this shit happened. And it's like, that's not what fucking Matt Smith said to do. He did not say to go murder a 4-year-old child in their bed.
Yeah, he did not say any of that.
But that's what they did.
I'm so curious of the arc on this one. I'm very curious to see how far it goes. Reading the wiki of how everything takes place, I don't think it's gonna take place the way that they have it played out on there. So
I don't think you could watch the show because when you think about it, like just when I think about it, the show, I feel anxious because like it's so tense. Everybody on the show, every single person on that show is like on edge. And the people that weren't on edge after episode 1 now are on fucking edge.
Agreed.
Everybody. So everybody's walking around there like, shh. And you're just like, oh my God, I just feel like somebody's going to fucking lose it any second. Holy fuck.
Who's gonna die? I just gotta know who's gonna die first. Who's going down first? Oh, okay. So you did that? Oh, that's first? Okay, cool. Who's gonna die in the second episode? Who's gonna die in the third episode? Like it's constant. Oh, okay. So I did watch Godzilla Minus One.
So did I. I watched Godzilla Minus One as well. It was pretty good. It was good. But you know what the problem is, Sean, is the high bar that was set. The all the talk.
I thought it was a high. Yeah,
all the talk. It was built up too much in my head for what it turned out to be.
I agree.
Right. And what it turned out to be was pretty fucking good. Like I actually preferred all the Godzilla stuff before he got to the city at the end. Like when you first see him as like the little Godzilla on the island, that shit was scary. That was like Jurassic Park horror movie scary. Like that was fucking. I was like, ooh, I hope he looks like that for a while. That's pretty cool. And then he doesn't.
Yeah, he's in the stream still with audio only.
No.
So, but I agree. Godzilla Minus One. I think what was most impressive though was the budget for Godzilla Minus One versus everything else we've seen in the last decade. Right, like that. All the special effects was like a $15 million budget.
You can still see the wrinkles in it though. Like when he's walking around at the end, you're like,
of course, but for 15 million.
But for 15 million, it's incredible.
Yeah,
especially when Acolyte is 180 million.
Yes.
Yeah, I filmed it in line at Splash Mountain.
I dug it. I liked it. It was okay. But
spoiler alert, Fernando. Spoiler alert.
At the end of the day, I kind of felt like I'd rather see Godzilla. I'd rather see the Godzilla movies that we're watching now.
they're good Godzilla movies. I like the last one.
I'll tell you this though, Godzilla Minus One did a good job with the human part of the story. I like that dude. I liked his story we were following. Like I was actually invested in those characters because it wasn't like scientists trying to like figure out Godzilla and work with him. You know what I mean? It wasn't.
They were just trying to kill him. Yeah.
This guy thought he was like cursed. He's like, this fucking lizard keeps following me around the goddamn planet. Yeah. I can't get away from this guy. But like, I thought it was a good way to use human characters in the story that didn't feel forced.
Yeah, I agree.
Amir and I agree with you about Inside Out too. And fantastic movie. I get to go see it again Wednesday for work, so we're going on a work outing.
Nice.
But that was a great scene, though, Fernando. That Godzilla Jaws scene was awesome. Except, like, Godzilla was just toying with that little boat because as soon as that big ass warship got there, he handled that like nothing.
Yeah. It didn't seem like he was fast either. Like that boat looked like it was slow.
He was fast when he wanted to be. Like that's what I'm saying. I felt like he was toying with him because as soon as that warship got there, I'm like, oh, well, it's going to take him like an hour and a half to get over there. Nope, on it. He's like, yeah. But then he goes back to get to the other ship, and he's just like, whoa.
I didn't think that he would go down like that though. At the end, I was like, oh, huh. I was like, I thought he was indestructible. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they kill Godzilla in all these movies. You know what I mean? Not the newer ones. Not the newer ones. The older ones they did. The Matthew Broderick one they killed. They killed Godzilla in that one.
You know what it is?
That wasn't really Godzilla.
Yeah. You know what it is? I'm so used to the Godzillas now, and I'm just like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, hey, he's just gonna go back to sleep. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Dude, I liked Godzilla minus, but I'm like, I'd rather take the Godzilla versus Godzilla Kong movies. any day. I actually like those movies. I'm at a point where I'm like, damn, I love these movies now. Like it's kind of it's starting to get a little Fast and Furious though, but like I kind of like them.
That's our dumb American thing where we're just like, I don't care about the people. Like CGI monsters, make them fight. Yes, like sometimes like. You know why? Because everything else is so fucking convoluted right now. I just want dumb entertainment. Just give me something dumb.
Yeah. Let them fight. It's fucking awesome.
Sure. For sure.
What else?
I don't know. You watch anything else, Sean?
I don't know. Like a delay? I feel like
no.
I
was just thinking.
No, I didn't watch anything else. Everything else is.
You got anything for the toy box?
No. No. Nothing at all. You guys got anything?
No.
I got a lot of stuff.
Good.
Yeah, you can run it because I don't have shit.
All right.
I should either.
So then I will go.
Open up your toy box, Lou.
Go to solo mode and
show us your
toy box. Show me my box. All right. I didn't know we were that kind of show.
Yes, you did. You made us that kind of show.
I made that kind of show. So, was it a couple weeks ago when I went to that toy show? I found that Spider-Man. What was it now? The motorcycle. So for Father's Day, of course, the family hunted down the rest of the 4. So now I have all 4 pieces to go. So I have the Spider-Man.
Awesome.
Race car, spider car.
Congratulations.
Man, fan for the win. That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, you know, they have a hard time shopping for me. So when they saw that there was something I wanted, here's a spider copter. Look at that. Get a little Spider-Man.
It's like that too, huh? Like as soon as they overhear you say like, oh man, I really want these. They're like fucking writing that shit down. Like, we better buy this shit before he does.
It's not hard. It's not hard. He does it all the time anyway. Oh, I really want these, but I'm not going to buy it.
But the question is, that's the thing. He doesn't buy it the first time. He buys it the third time, but that's after his wife's already bought it. That's why she always looks pissed off at him.
It is so true. It is so true. Because just like I talked about Turtles 3, I bought it at the convention and I mentioned it like the week before. I was like, oh, I really need that game. I don't have the Manhattan Project. And it's like, I'm at the convention. I see it. I negotiate it. She is staring at me while I'm negotiating it. And then she just shakes her head. And I'm like, all right. So there I got the Spider-Man to complete the set. Love it. Love it. So now, and it's got a little sunroof there. So Spider-Man. So I got all 4 of those, which I was really happy to get.
Those Super 7 turtles do look cool. Actually, I do like those. The horror ones look really cool. I'm surprised you guys haven't actually got those yet.
From Super 7 because it's.
Or is it NECA? I think it's NECA.
It's NECA. Yeah, NECA.
Yeah, the whole like the werewolf ones.
I don't like them.
I thought you were gonna get the werewolf.
But those were re-released. I'd rather get the original.
They don't look good. I've looked at them. I've seen them, and I don't like.
I'd really get the original. So
I still need the fucking Leonardo from the '90s movie. I still haven't got that yet.
Jesus. They released that thing like 80 times.
No, they haven't. They released it. They re-released the in a double pack once. But I didn't spend $100 on one fucking figure that I need. And like you look for the Leonardo. Last time I looked for it, it was still like $90.
Yeah, I can't find it. So what else I picked up was so as I was telling Steve before, Sean, you got on, like on Sunday for Father's Day, decided to go toy hunting. So I was like, oh, you know what? We're going to go hunting, toys, video games, comics, all that kind of stuff. So stopped at a few places that I don't normally go to. And one, I don't know where I should start. I'll start with this part. So picked up some NES games for the collection because, I've been kind of cleaning those out, organizing them better. Picked up Yoshi. I didn't have Yoshi, so
nice.
Got Very nice label on Yoshi.
I like that. That's actually really cool. I like that.
Another really cool, fun game, and it's kind of goes, we always talk about like food brands, cereals. I think last week we were talking about pizzas. Well, I picked up Yo-Noid, the platformer for the NES from Capcom. So it's actually a really good game, if you could believe it. Like, it's a Capcom game. It's a decent game. So
back when we had awesome mascots.
Yeah, I know. What happened to the Noid?
Remember, we used to have multiple mascots for businesses and companies. Yeah. Like McDonald's had like 10 at one point. They had like the Moon Guy. They had Ronald McDonald. This whole crew.
Well, Grimace was thrown out the first pitch of the Mets game. I was like, it's like, why is Grimace out there? As soon as I got a highlight on ESPN, I'm like, all right. And then I found The Last Starfighter for the NES. So,
look at that Starfighter. Look at that label, man. That's pristine.
I know, that's why I picked it up. I was like, you know what, pristine label. Still had the Nintendo dust jacket. So I was like, ooh, gotta get it. So picked those up at one of the game shops. They had a Nightmare on Elm Street. They wanted a little bit too much for it, so I passed.
What's too much?
They wanted $75 for it. $75 for an NES cartridge. I don't have it, no. But I have a bunch of stuff here that I'm going to take over there to trade in to get it. So once I flip a bunch of these PlayStation 1 games that I don't need and stuff like that, then I'll flip.
Yeah, and then 75 doesn't seem too much. You trade a bunch of shit in, you only actually have to pay $10.
Yeah.
There you go.
You have a plan though. That's good.
I have a plan, and they also.
He's gonna go back, and that game's gonna be gone.
Oh my god! I swear to God, I feel like that's gonna happen.
You're probably right, but there was a bunch of other things.
It happens to this dude all the time.
There was a bunch of other things there that they had that I do want, so I figured like I'm bringing in my PlayStation 1 system, a bunch of games, some duplicate Sega Genesis games I have, some duplicate NES games I have. So I have a decent amount of stuff. So they had a bunch of Sega CD systems. I still need the Sega CD to add to my tower because I have the Genesis and the 32X on top of it. So put the Sega CD on top and build the Tower of Power for Sega. They had the Master System converter set for the Sega Genesis. It's the same thing like the Sega 32X where you pop on top of a shell. And it actually plays the Sega Master System game. So that was the 8-bit system, for those that don't know, that Sega had to compete with the original Nintendo. And then they developed the Genesis. So there are things there that they had. They had quite a bit. They have a lot of box things. So there's things to get. So the other thing I picked up, the other big thing I picked up, which I couldn't believe. I didn't get it when it first came out. I remember when it first came out. And I was like, oh, I do want this. And then I just never pulled the trigger. It was Sonic Mania. It came out in 2017. It was for the Switch and PlayStation and everything. And it came out with a statue, you can get the game with just the game or this game with the statue. And I found the statue for real cheap on a Sega Genesis.
That is dope.
And it is awesome.
Wow.
And it came with a couple other things too. And I'll show you that. But look at this.
I fucking love that. That is beautiful.
Hold on one sec. Turn the power on.
What did it do?
You didn't hear it? It said Sega.
I heard it like Sega.
Yeah. It's the Sega. When you start the Sega Genesis, it says Sega.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I couldn't hear it though.
Yeah.
You got batteries in it?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I heard it.
It's quiet, but I heard it.
It's quiet, yeah, but I heard it. That's cool though. That's really fucking cool, dog.
Yeah.
Like honestly, that's actually better than having a real Sega.
That thing right there is that. Not only that, it's gonna look so awesome in your Sega area. Like,
well, that's the problem. I can't have a Sega area because
you're gonna have to.
So much shit. Like, everything is everywhere. I got to figure it out. But it also came with a replica cartridge
Oh my god, that's cool too.
And then the cartridge pops out, and it's got one of the rings that you get.
Oh my god!
So, put it right next to it. It's got but it's a Sonic Mania cartridge. But
dude, it doesn't matter what it is. Fuck that. That shit is awesome.
You could just say, yeah, it didn't even.
I don't care. Yeah, I loved it. That's why I was like, I saw it, and I was like, it was only $60, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting
what? That's crazy.
They had this little metal Sonic Mania card. And then it also came with a digital download for the PS4 of the game, but I already have the game on the Switch, so I was like, all right.
Dude, the golden coin is so fucking cool. Like that is really
it's a legit, like I think it's
heavy enough.
Yeah, so
it's cool. That's cool.
And then the last thing I got,
you saved something for last after that one?
It's one of my I'd say it's one of my top 10 comic book grails. It's a comic I've wanted for a while. It's really high priced. My in-laws sent me money for Father. They sent me a check for Father because nobody knows what to buy me anymore. So they sent me a check for Father's Day and my birthday. And so I went on eBay and kind of negotiated. It's a lower grade than I'd like, but the cover is what it's about. It's not a first appearance or anything, but it is the first John Romita cover of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man number 39, and it's probably my favorite cover outside of Amazing Spider-Man 1 and Amazing Fantasy 15.
I actually thought you had that. Although I seen it the other day. And what grade is that?
It's a 4.0.
Oh my god, I seen a fucking higher grade than that. It was cheap as shit. But I thought you already had it, so I didn't ask.
No.
I'm sorry. My bad. That was my fault, dog. Like, yo, I did.
Oh, good job. I think that's a cool
fucking
cover.
Awesome as shit. Like I thought you already had it though. So I was like, I never thought about sending that to you because I just knew you had it. Damn, I just knew you had that shit.
Nope, didn't have this one. And the funny thing is, like, I've dropped this hint to Jang many a times. There's a couple covers I want. 33, 39, and 40 is what I've been talking to her. I've been leaving those hints for a year, and she hasn't picked up on them. So, whenever she talks smack, and I'm like, I've been talking about this book forever, so I just went and bought it. But I got it for a great deal. I got it for $120.
That's a good price.
Like, yeah, usually I see a 5, 6.
What books were they again?
33 and 40. Well, because this is 39. So 33 is the Ditko one where he's under all the rubble, and he's, that's the one that Homecoming kind of did that homage to when the Vulture kind of knocked all that stuff down and he actually picked it all up. Yeah. I love that cover. It's probably my favorite,
just in case.
One of my favorite Ditko covers. That's not a first appearance. So like this is my Grail non-first appearance book, because like all the other Grail books I have, first Goblin, first Ock, first Lizard, but those are at another level. This is probably my favorite cover outside of those.
So what first appearances are you missing, like, that you really need?
Every single one. I mean,
you don't have all the first appearances of any.
No, I don't have any of those because those have been so. They're starting. Some are starting to get there now.
Well, comics are starting to drop anyway.
They're dropping, but I mean, Spider-Man ones are always still premium priced. So I've been looking at a few, like the first Scorpion is kind of in reach. That's Amazing Spider-Man number 20. First Electro, Amazing Spider-Man number 9. It's kind of in reach. Any of the top 10 are really I'm looking at, like 1 through, I have 10 is my lowest one. So, but in a decent grade, and for some odd reason, I'm obsessed with number 5. It's the first meeting with Spider-Man and Doom. So it's not a first appearance, but I love that book. And it's Ditko's Doom. So it looks so different than Kirby's Doom. Like if you see that cover versus like Doom with Kirby, they look very different. So it's really cool. But yeah, so that's kind of my toy box. So
a lot is a hell of a toy box, man.
Yeah, I'm believe me, like I want to go back heavy, especially after I was looking at some of these NES games and stuff, and then finding the last Starfighter like in this shape. I've seen it before in terrible shape, but like this is like the best label I've ever seen, and I'm like, and it got me kind of jonesing again for picking up more Nintendo cartridges. So, yeah, I'm going heavy into the Nintendo, especially now that I got the TV and everything set up, the fourth TV in the loft. So, I want to get those things going. So, there you go. That's the toy box. So, take me out of here.
Okay.
Thanks, Fernando. That's all I got. So, is there any news or anything this week? Anything else?
We had an interesting red pill, blue pill picture to talk about that was in the community chat. If you wanted to bring that,
I did see that. I didn't save the picture, but I can pull it up real quick to explain to everybody. So, because this will be released as a podcast as well. So.
Oh, okay. Right. I was going to talk about collectible news, but never mind.
Yo, you can.
Absolutely. We have nothing else to talk about. We're wrapping. There's no new trailers. There's no new movie news. So,
well, Steve, I wanted to talk about how you felt about that Gentle Giant Power Rangers statue.
Which Gentle Giant?
Was it Gentle Giant or was it?
That
Diamond.
was Diamond Select.
Diamond.
$80, and they already have a green one. I never pulled the trigger on the green one. Because I wasn't sure if they were going to make any more, but if they're coming out with a red one, maybe they're going to come out with some more. Then
Diamond's pretty good at that.
They are pretty solid at that shit.
Diamond doesn't, like, was it who did the last statues? Was that Hasbro?
For
PBC
Raiders?
ones? Yeah. PCS.
I'm trying to find
it. They didn't finish the series.
Diamond's pretty good, especially if it sells. Diamond's pretty good if it sells. That's the problem, though. If it doesn't sell, I can see them cutting the line, right? But, I mean, even if you end up with just the green and the red, I mean, those are like your two favorite.
Yeah, I have a lot of green and red shit, so definitely.
I'm trying to find it. I can't even find it. I just wanted to pull it, see how it looked. Oh, there it is. Yeah, $80. It's not bad.
It's really good for $80. That's a good looking statue.
I got it.
Let's say shared for it so everybody can see it. So there's a Red Ranger Deluxe Gallery.
Yeah.
Pretty big statue.
It is. That's a nice statue, Steve.
Yeah, it is. It's really good, especially because the coin one I have, his head's not facing the right direction. Like, that's really nice. Yeah, the texturing on the suit looks good. Like, it looks like it's got like stretch marks in the right areas.
Yeah, a little texture to it.
The mold is good. The weapons are cool. Yeah, solid piece. The base. See, you know, the thing is, I'm not a big fan of like this weird translucent, because like the green one is the same way. It's like a dragon that he's kind of jumping up on. I'm just not that juiced by the pictures. Maybe it looks better in person. I'm not sure.
I get what you're saying. You know what it reminds me of? Remember, I don't know if you guys ever had at your like zoos as a kid. Like they had those wax toys that you'd like put a buck or two in, and you get like a wax elephant or something, like a blow mold wax toy.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. That base, like the Ranger, looks awesome.
The Ranger looks awesome. It looks
texture.
Yeah, it looks like that base is hollow.
Yeah,
yeah. But like
the only thing I'd say about that might be cool about it though is if you could stick a little LED lights and get it to light up.
Oh, I know.
The right lighting, yeah, you could probably.
If the base, if it's not like solid black on the bottom or something like that, like flat, then that would be. That would
cut
be
a hole in there, stick a little light in there.
Because it would kind of be like, it's like glowing and shit. Yeah, that it is a really, really cool statue. That's really cool. It's for $80 too. That's in my wheelhouse. It's cheap, like me.
Also, I don't know how you guys seen this already, but this is a
Wolverine.
So I'll just say that. Zoom in on that face. Zoom in on that mask. Not on that picture. The other one.
The other one.
Zoom in on that.
Hold up. Can't get too close. For some reason, it won't let me zoom right the way that I want to. Oh, damn it! Sucks. Yeah, I can't zoom in into the face like I want to.
Man, that mask. I guarantee you, we're only going to see that mask for like 4 seconds on screen.
I agree.
But
I think there was rumors that he wears it for 10 minutes on screen.
Like that mask looks so fucking cool.
Oh, there we go.
I love the black around the eyes. Like that's it. That's the way to do it. DC, James Gunn, take a look. When you're doing Batman, that's how you fucking do it. Right there. If the white eyes work for Wolverine, there's no more excuses. Deadpool, well, they've always worked for Deadpool, but I've always just kind of thought Deadpool is an outlier because Marvel never used that same shtick with nobody else. But now if Marvel uses it with Wolverine and it works,
dude, that shit looks legit.
I know. I've been
so
contemplating pre-ordering that thing. It's ridiculous, but I know they're going to come out with a statue. I know they're going to do a statue.
You think so?
Yeah, they're going to have a Deadpool
Would you
Wolverine.
Get it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's so good. The fucking three little metal clamps on his claws, on his gloves.
His little push-up hair. Yeah, like, god damn, that looks like Hugh Jackman. God damn, man, Hot Toys don't play. They make sure they try to get it right.
Yeah,
it looks pretty cool.
The
dude.
Suit, like that, that is such an MCU style suit, right? Like the way that it's always angular. They always have these little diagonal lines and stuff. That the MCU always has their signature mark, and that's it. That suit, and it's like it fucking works so good.
I like that it's got all three styles that we've seen in the trailer, right? Like the full sleeves, and I remember it was like, why is he wearing full sleeves? Oh, now he's got the no sleeves, and he still has the shoulder pads on. And then all of a sudden, you see him without the shoulder pads. It's like he just rips them off. He's just like, I don't give a shit about this either anymore. I'm just going in. And it's like, it's awesome.
God. It looks good.
If we better get him with the suit. I feel like we're gonna get him definitely with the full sleeves and the mask, but we better get him with the shoulder pads, no sleeves, mask.
Dude, so this is a deluxe version. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. Go back to that last one. Like that.
Yeah. That's tough, man. That's tough. It's a good piece. I'm not giving this world, but
boy, they did it though. I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to make Wolverine's mask work in live action because, like, at certain angles the mask looks awesome, but at certain angles it doesn't. So it always feels weird if it's going to work in live action. And boy, they made it look good.
They did. So it's probably why it's only on screen for 10 minutes, right? Because like there are probably some scenes that they film and they're like, oh, that looks awful. Hugh, take that off, but yeah, who knows? There's Big Berg. There's a new mod for Arc that gives you skins from the original Rangers, and the Dinos have skins too.
And Big Berg, I actually downloaded Arc 2 and tried to play it because I heard that was happening, and man, I cannot get into that game. That is not a game for me.
Wow. Introduced a new HasLab.
Hey, Ed, here you go, Ed. This is for you, Ed.
Ed's already asleep.
Yeah, this is not for me. And I will not be back in this. I don't do it. I can't do anything with a big playset. Like, give me a ship.
A full diorama.
I'm not. I didn't even know half of the shit.
You can put all your figures in there. You could put.
Look, there's the booth where fucking Han and Greedo were.
It doesn't really matter to me.
Right there.
I don't have any of these figures.
That's true, and the Kenner figures won't fit in there because they're
and they don't have articulation.
Right. Yeah, I don't want this. This is not my bag. Like, it's not.
It's not your bag, but it's really cool. Like for people that have those big
oh yeah, if you got
those
diorama
setups where they have like the whole thing from Hoth and like a whole Endor thing and like all like that, then now you have a whole cantina setup. Those are the same guys that bought the barge and shit too,
I mean, I would have bought the barge now. In hindsight, I wish I would have kind of bought it, but I don't know where I would have put it at. But clearly, I could have put it somewhere. But it's nice. Like I'm not like it does come with like extra tiers of.
Wait, does it come with that guy?
Yeah, it does come with this guy. It comes with this one, I think. It comes with the twins.
We don't serve their kind in here.
Yeah, the twins, I think it comes with. That's it. I think those are the open tiers. I think it comes with a Greedo.
Oh, that's cool. The Wolfman guy. Yeah.
So those are all like shit that once you
that somebody's gonna love that. They're gonna want to put that Han Solo figure in there with Greedo and have that all set up. They have the whole fucking band in there.
Yeah.
So is this every tier like the amount of backers?
All the tier, all the tier unlocks.
They add more figures. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice it's nice they come with a card though. They come on the card back, which is cool. The Tanoka sisters, which were like, always those hidden characters in the back. Like, who the hell is that? But it comes with stickers. I don't even understand the sticker thing, but I guess.
Oh, that's like a tagging on the walls and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, that is. I don't know if it's backed yet, but if it's fully backed, I don't think it is. Last time I checked, I think it was probably at. Let me see. It's at 5,000.
Look at Sean bringing Star Geeks news over here. Crazy.
Oh shit! I wasn't even thinking about that, to be honest. I forgot all about it this week. Actually,
man, see, now he's never gonna talk.
Star Geeks ran long this week.
I was talking to them about that too. We should only do an hour Star Geeks, but it is what it is. What can you do?
The Acolyte gets a heated discussions every now and then.
Look at Ed. Look, yeah. All right, yeah. Ed got all that shit. So
this was the discussion in the Geekz chat forum. So red pill or blue pill? Red pill, DuckTales, Brave Star, Gem and the Holograms, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe. I don't know what the fuck the raccoons is. I
remember the raccoons. That was an 80s cartoon.
Yeah, I remember it.
I don't remember that. Or the blue pill. Thundercats, Masters of the Universe, Inspector Gadget. Another one I don't remember. Ulysses
I don't know what
31
is. Ulysses?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. That shit was awesome.
I don't know what that
Transformers and Danger Mouse. I love Danger Mouse. But this is tough. Because if I pick one,
it's not
if tough. I pick one, to me, I know you're going blue pill, Sean. I know that. No doubt.
Blue pill all day.
Yeah, I knew you would. But for me, out of all these cartoons, Turtles, I don't know if I can go without Turtles.
Blue pill. Al said blue pill. Ed said blue pill. Fernando said red. Keep it coming.
DuckTales too, man. DuckTales is
I'm going red. I do like the biggest thing for me on the blue side would honestly, out of all of them, I like imagery from Thundercats and He-Man and Transformers, but I don't like watching them. I don't like the stories. I don't like get involved with it. It's for me, it's DuckTales, Ninja Turtles are the goats for me. So it'd have to go with.
Well, and those bled over to the 90s for you, right? Like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe was my first, outside of Spider-Man, was like my first cartoon love because that was always on.
Fernando
and I had every He-Man action figure for such a long time. Every week we'd go to the grocery store, we'd walk past this toy store, $3 on card. My mom will give me one figure every week.
So what are you going with? The blue pill or the red pill?
As much as I love the Turtles, like Masters and Thundercats and Transformers and Inspector Gadget.
It's fucking three toy lines.
I'm going blue.
Three of the best toy lines of all time. Why would
you were going red all of a sudden, and now you just swayed yourself. You were red. You're like, red is the best is fucking Turtles.
Right, Turtles is probably my favorite 80s 90s cartoon. Right, but it goes 1 and then 2, 3, 4. Right, so is 1 better than 2, 3, 4?
I don't know what you're trying to explain right now, but
I don't know either. I would only, out of all of those, I would watch Turtles and DuckTales before every other cartoon. So,
why you I'm still looking at it.
Put it back. What the fuck? And plus, I need to see this Ulysses.
I got a whole discussion. Oh, you want to see the trailer? Oh, wait.
Ulysses 31. I need to know what the fuck Ulysses 31 is all about.
You know what it was? I think I watched it a couple of times, but I never really watched
Eli said red pill. Al blue pill. Did I miss anybody else?
No, look, I already went through that already.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, fucking late.
I was trying to explain myself, and you guys were.
You're always trying to explain yourself. We get it. You don't need to explain yourself. You're like, I made a decision because of all this. Like, we know you, fool. You're one of our best friends. We fucking know why you decided that.
Jesus Christ, I mean, good Lord, you don't have to explain everything.
What is this? That's this PlayStation thing.
That's the intro, Steve.
Holy shit!
It is the 31st century. Ulysses killed the
red pill, or no, blue pill,
when he
blue
rescued
pill.
the children and his son in Columbus. But the ancient
Space
gods of
Jesus with
Olympus are
lightsaber.
enraged
Yes.
and threaten God's terrible revenge.
Look at that! Oh my god, this is like.
I sentence you to travel among unknown stars until you find the kingdom of Hades.
Space
Your
Jesus.
bodies will stay as
I mean, it is. He's gonna go find the kingdom of Hades. And...
Ulysses, the way back to Earth has been wiped from my memory.
Father! Oh, Father!
You are alive, my son.
No shit.
Going through all the galaxies in search of Earth, flying into the night.
Holy shit! Look at the hair on this guy,
Someone else can do the things you do.
I know. I've never seen this. This is crazy. But that's a damn. I thought he had a Transformer bot.
Oh my god, they got lion helmets and shit. Do they transform into something? Like Captain Planet powers? What's happening just there?
Sean, they have a toy line.
Oh my god. Look at that
They have
little
a
robot.
toy
It's
line.
fucking rad on that thing too.
So did they have a toy line?
Yeah, I said. Yeah, Al wants you to look it up to
Yo.
see if they had a toy line.
I will.
I am-
look. I don't know though.
I am suddenly.
Fernando wants you to play the Thundercats intro, please.
Oh fuck yeah! Hold on. Wait, let's go.
Let's go.
Hold on.
Cartoon intro. Let's go until we get kicked off.
Fuck it. They did not have a toy line. Ulysses did not have a toy
We need
line.
to make one with that little the little robot cat they got in there. That dude, yo, that shit look. I'm obsessed with this all of a sudden. Ulysses 31. That shit was crazy. This one came out of. He had like an angelic shield. He came out from heaven, landed, busted out a lightsaber. I was like, yeah. I was like, oh my god, look at this guy.
With his long flowing locks and everything.
But he's got like these two little tufts of hair that come down. Those two little.
Dude, there's a guy on here who did everything. Who redid all the fucking trailers at like fucking 8K HD. It's ridiculous.
Remastered.
One of the best intros of all time.
Yeah.
You just don't get animation like this anymore. And then you superimpose this with like that Thundercats Go shit we got a couple years ago. Look at this shit. Now the show looked nothing like this. We're just gonna.
Nothing like this.
You have to fucking preface. I mean,
moments.
it looked like this, but it wasn't nearly as nice.
You know what kills me though? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see.
Could you imagine if they just made a feature length movie
I was about
with
to
this
say
style
this.
animation?
I can't figure out for the death of me why we have not gotten a Thundercats He-Man.
Well, He-Man's coming.
They
if that plays-
always
Keep
say
saying
it's
it's coming.
but it's
No,
never
but they
come.
cast He-Man officially. So if
They
that's
cast-
coming,
They cast He-Man before.
I know, but you know, I'm just going with what's happening. If that comes and hits, then we could be on to something. But if it doesn't hit, then we're not going to see none of this shit.
First of all, the budget for Thundercats has to be huge.
Well, it's got to be all CG or mocap, you know.
To do it like this, 2D animated, this style,
Thundercats.
like with that crisp and quality, like that quality. That's it. I would watch that.
All day.
You don't need live action. But if they did a CG animated, like almost like Avatar,
Yeah,
do mocap.
that's what I'm
like that.
saying. Avatar, mocap. That's exactly what I thought.
Well, if you're getting on that level, you need James Cameron.
No, the fuck you don't, because I haven't seen the Avatar.
I will take a 3-hour Thundercats movie
from James Cameron where they
in full 3D.
Fuck it. No. The James Cameron's kind of done with 3D now. I don't think he's like really like on 3D anymore. I think he's more because when I went and seen the last Avatar in IMAX, it was beautiful without 3D. It was beautiful without 3D. Like it was remarkable. You know, the visuals alone and the water alone was stunning. But I would love to. I need a good director for that. Like I would like what's his name? Travis McKnight or some shit like who did Bumblebee. He has definitely a visual for 80s stuff. I'm upset that he did not do the next Transformers that was after that. That was the sequel to Bumblebee. Yeah. I'm upset. I don't know why they took him off of it. I have no idea why, but his direction for to be honest, I think that probably was the best Transformers take on fucking Transformers the movie.
Bumblebee's the best.
Bumblebee's the best. Yeah,
hands down. Okay, we all agree. Bumblebee,
100%. Followed by Transformers 1, the original movie, the first movie for me, and then everything else.
The animated one, the animated one, or the first Transformers.
Well, if we're talking about live action Transformers movies,
okay, I got you.
Then I'm going Bumblebee, followed second by the first one that Michael Bay did.
Okay.
Then everything else is kind of shit that's all muddled together after that. Like Dark of the Moon is better than Part 2, but it's not awesome. And like, I have not been able to get through. What's that? Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to get through it. I've gotten through like the first like 20 minutes.
Didn't I tell you it was terrible?
I fall asleep or I just get bored and turn it off.
That's garbage.
It's like
fucking garbage.
I'm like, I don't have to watch this.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
You use Mirage as just like this weird character. It just didn't make any sense. Like they didn't follow any of the cartoon shit.
The first one for me is not a good movie, but like by any standards, but it was the first time we were seeing any of that. And those first transformation scenes and the music and like the lens flare, like there was just a lot of promise that movie had to like for bigger and better things coming up.
Yeah.
And just never really delivered.
Yeah. We forgave that we couldn't tell who was who when they were fighting each other. You know, it's like,
but when you're in the theater and that first time fucking that Optimus Prime truck rolls up and transforms and the music's going, the camera's spinning around. You're just like, oh my God. I can't believe I'm seeing this.
But the best shit out of all this shit was that fucking Cybertron battle.
At the opening of Bumblebee.
Cybertron. Oh, that was what Dream. Like, it still, to this day, it still doesn't make any sense why. But you know what? At the same time, this is why Hasbro does not have the license anymore. It's why somebody else has the license. Because they don't know what they're doing with this shit. So I'm confused on just how they handle these movies. There's no reason for us to get a G.I. Joe Transformers movie. There's no point. Like, why? Why are you jumping right into fucking G.I. Joe?
Well, I mean, I'm glad that they're not trying to make G.I. Joe like a realistic take. Like they're putting it in this Transformers world where...
Did you see Snake Eyes?
Yeah. Well, it's not continuing that. It's not continue. That's going to be like just this weird one movie that they had. Like It's kind of like X-Men Origins Wolverine. They were like, remember, because right after X-Men Origins Wolverine, they were going to do X-Men Origins Magneto. It was like being fast tracked. It was on the way, and then X-Men Wolverine was a hot piece of shit. And then they were like, whoa, let's style it back. Nobody liked that movie. Let's rein it back in.
But they still made more Wolverine sequels. So
yeah, but. Even now, X-Men Origins Wolverine is like not canon. It's like because Deadpool's doing it like it's not. It's like some other bullshit. And I guess you could argue that it's like some one multiverse
thread.
Well, yeah, because Deadpool went back to that movie in Deadpool 2.
Yeah, it's like everything's explained, I guess. But like, it's still, to me, it feels like it's own little one-off series. Like it was supposed to be part of a series, but it never really kind of came into it. So same with G.I. Joe Origins, Snake Eyes, or whatever the fuck it was called. What was it called? Snake Eyes? It was called Origins or something.
It was called Trash. That's what it was called.
I think it was just called Snake Eyes.
It was no good.
Should not have been made. It doesn't even make. Yo, they put so much into that movie. Like they were pushing that movie for months. Oh, look at the toys. Look at this. Look at what we got. Oh yeah, we were, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, this might be dope." It was not. It wasn't. It was straight garbage. Anyway,
I think Snake Eyes was handled better in the other two G.I. Joe movies than it was in its own Snake Eyes movie.
Well, Snake Eyes was awesome in the other two.
Ray Park.
Yeah.
So he was awesome.
He's as close to a ninja as we've got in Hollywood. So
they were like, we need a white ninja. And they were like, we got one. It's right here.
Snake
Who never takes his mask off. There you go.
Snake Eyes was white anyway, so it didn't really matter. You know, it didn't matter what he looked like. He wasn't even, which is weird to me. They went, with an Asian guy for Snake Eyes, which doesn't make any sense because in the comic book he's a white dude. So it's like, well, what are we doing here? Like, okay, now you just changing shit up. Now you just doing whatever you want to do now. Like, what the fuck? This is why this is why you people get mad at the shit that happens. Just stay. If you stay to the. And look, I read something this week. But
it's not like there's no black or Mexican or Asian characters or anybody else in G.I. Joe. It's a very multicultural unit.
It's like literally one of the most multicultural cartoons we've ever seen.
G.I. Joe is very diverse.
Yo, it is.
Females, top of the line in the fucking hierarchy of power. Okay, on both sides.
Yes.
All races, religions, male, female, all of them.
You got fucking roadblocks, you got stalkers.
You do not need to try to
ex-football players, whatever you want.
Anything. You got whatever you want, you got it. It don't even matter.
The fridge was the G.I. Joe character and had a figure.
He did. Sergeant Slaughter was a character.
He's gonna be at the Tampa Collector Con thing in a couple weeks, and I'm like, do I go and get Sergeant Slaughter to the side? I still have some G.I. Joe stuff.
Get out of here.
I have one shelf.
Steve, you might, you and
me. What I liked about G.I. Joe is that it was like good guys and bad guys from everywhere. It wasn't like one group versus it was like bad guys of the world, good guys of the world fighting. Like, I don't know.
It worked. This is why I'm so confused. How the hell at this point in life we should have had like 3 G.I. Joe movies, and it would have been it would have brought the world together. It's like, oh, this dude like G.I. Joe brings the world together. Like it should. Like at this point, like,
Joe.
Yo, it's like, you can't get offended by shit. Like, yo, you got factions from here, and everybody comes in this one. Like, what's the problem? Nothing. You're going against a terrorist organization that are snakes. What's the problem? This is not, you're not offending anybody. It does not make any sense to me. This is fucking blasphemy.
Well, it's if you keep it like that, if you try to real world it, then it becomes different. If you try to ground the G.I. Joe movie in a real world scenario, then it gets a little dicey because then you're like, well, what are we playing with? But if you add that to a Transformers universe, now we're definitely in we're not in the real world. So
yeah, we're in a toy box. Yeah,
you can play. Now you can do whatever the fuck you want.
But
I get that.
But do you notice in 80s cartoon movie, whatever, there's a toy box you can play with everything. There's nothing that's like, oh, this is stupid. Like, yo, you have everything to play with. It makes no sense why these movie studios have not caught on to, oh, we could do He-Man. We're not offending anybody. It's an alien planet. So it doesn't.
I do want to see a live action Fisto.
It doesn't.
And that's if we get when we get live action He-Man, it better not Like, I need He-Man in those little fucking furry underoos with the big fucking metal, on his chest with like legs.
I want Orko,
I want,
not Gwildor. I want.
I don't want like anybody in tactical armor. No. Like put the toys on the screen. Put the cartoon in real people. Remember that? Remember that commercial we saw? What was? I don't remember what.
Yeah, with the He-Man Skeletor dancing.
Skeletor and He-Man doing the dirty dancing thing. Do that, but in the movie. But that looks perfect. Like those guys looked great. Like do that in the movie.
Same shit with Dungeons and Dragons. Like, why the fuck are y'all still trying to give us these dumbass dungeons? Yo, you have the.
Sean, what are you talking about? The Dungeons and Dragons movie was awesome.
No, it was awesome. But I want to see the kids version of the 80s version of Dungeons and Dragons.
They were in there.
They were in the movie. They weren't there.
Maybe we'll get a spin-off. See, because they're in the movie. They're in the world.
You won't because it didn't make a lot of money.
I know. It didn't make a lot
God, it was so good though. Man, that movie rocked.
It did. It didn't make any money. It didn't make a lot of money.
No,
So
I didn't see it till it came on screen.
But could you imagine taking the cartoon element? You have a black girl. You got another kind of guy. You got kids. You have all the elements that you need to produce these 80s cartoon movie or these cartoon movies that aren't going to offend anybody. But it's like we can't do it. It's just like, oh, we can't do it. It's just not going to work. Like, why?
Yeah, give me a Captain Planet movie. There you go. All different.
I can't believe we haven't gotten a Captain Planet movie.
I'm surprised,
especially after Don Cheadle made that amazing fucking proof of concept. I know, but still, like, why haven't we gotten that shit? Captain Planet was everywhere when I was a kid, man. God damn.
Yeah, they haven't redone Inspector Gadget. Like that would be
those
cool.
Movies were terrible.
They were.
I was gonna say.
Trash.
Matthew Broderick, and then was it
French Stewart? 3 weeks in a row. French Stewart's coming up. That's why we got
bizarre. What is going on?
10 years, never brought him up once. All of a sudden, 3 weeks in a row.
French Stewart. I don't know, man. It's just interesting, man. How we're just having this, just not, the reboot of DuckTales was great.
Yeah,
I thought it was phenomenal.
It was great.
I really liked it too.
Yeah, they did a hell of a job with that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. They're missing the buck, man. It's just like even with Turtles, the animated one was fun, but it was okay.
Yeah, but if the Last Ronin happens and it's rated R, and they sequelize the '90s movie, and Judith Hogue comes back, then I'm all back in, baby. Because oh man, it could though. Oh, it could. Oh God, that's my dream right there. That's my dream.
I think we need another live action Turtles movie, like another live action Turtles movie that they're not fucking 8-foot turtles.
Mutant Mayhem was good, but I don't really want a whole bunch in that.
I don't care about Mutant Mayhem at this point.
It was good, but the animation was. The animation the animation was cool, right? Like I thought it was fine, but
Spider-Verse.
But Spider-Verse is better. Spider-Verse has really good character designs and like it has that glitchy shit, but it's like every part of the Turtles movie was like scratchy, like every part of it. Like Spider-Verse is clean, most of it. Glitchy stuff happens, but it's not the predominant factor. Whereas it looked like everything was scribbled.
Well, I think like we all enjoyed it. I liked the movie in the theater, but I have no desire to go back and watch it.
Well, they're having the new show. It's coming out on Paramount.
I have no desire to watch the show, even though it's the same actors coming back for it.
Yeah,
I have no desire.
No desire. I have no. I agree.
I don't know why. Again, Steven, you just brought it up with the Last Ronin. Like the turtle suits in the '90s movie worked so well in 1990. Part 1, of course, and part 2. I think the suits in part 2 were just as good. Part 3, garbage. Were so well done, and they were able to move in them, fight in them. Felt realistic.
How is it not better now?
How did it not get better?
It's like the moon shit. It's like
it keeps getting worse.
It's like we don't have that technology anymore. We lost it. We can't do that again. We lost it.
Bad direction. Like the direction of the Turtles is not being handled the way it should be handled. There's no art direction. They just people are just like, oh, let's just do this. Let's just do this. They're trying to escape what worked originally, and they're trying to come up with new ideas and use this and use this.
I would have thought that by now fans would be kind of running some of these departments at some of these places.
Exactly. Like
they would have
30,
aged
40
into
years later. Like, hello.
Like this should have been the time, right, where people like our age are moving into power positions that can start making better decisions.
They're not hiring those kind of people.
No, because the people that are still in those positions are not our age now. They're still 20 years older than us. They're not retiring. They still want those bennies. They still want those fucking mad salaries for doing about 2 minutes of work a year.
Yeah, they're not hiring those people, and that's real shit right there. Like they're not giving those people a chance who do have the ideas that just don't work, and probably don't work on their resume. So it's like, oh, well, you don't have that kind of experience, so we don't want your ideas, you know. And that's a thing, you know what I mean? And it's weird. It's very interesting, man, how Hollywood is now just. I don't know. We're just not getting the shit that we want anymore. It's like I don't know what's going on. But there needs to be there's gonna at some point there's gonna be a change, and I don't know when it's gonna happen. I have no idea, but we're gonna get it all. But it's gonna take some time.
Well, I watched it's a YouTube documentary about Touchstone Pictures, the rise and fall of Touchstone, and they went through something, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? This has happened. What we're going through right now happened before. Just everybody talking about Disney, like right? Disney flops. Oh my God, Disney's going down. I'm like, and then they brought up, well, if you remember in the early '80s, Disney had a ton of flops until they developed Touchstone and had Splash. Splash kind of helped save Disney. Then Disney built up Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and then had their Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid renaissance. And then what happened? Early 2000s.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Well, I'm saying, right.
Yeah.
Flops. Treasure Planet, even though I like those movies.
Awesome. Treasure Planet.
But they were flops. Meet the Robinsons, another movie I loved, but it was a flop.
I don't like that.
All these flops.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
And then it's like it's cyclical. All this stuff happens over and over again because you go through a renaissance where everything is great, and then you get, I don't want to say too full of yourself, but too full of yourself, right? And then you have to have the hurt before you redefine it and then start rebuilding it. And that's what's happening everywhere, everything in Hollywood. Because we've seen this, just like we've gone through 80s movies with all those big blockbusters they had. Then there was the lull. Then all of a sudden the mid-90s, Jurassic Park and all these things started hitting. And it was like, oh my God, renaissance. And then crap.
We're in a lull right now. We just had the pandemic and all that shit. And
pandemic,
all the
strikes, and all this kind of stuff. So
the world is like about to fucking blow itself up. So maybe we're not just like making plans for the next 20 years just yet.
Yeah,
at least it feels like that.
We gotta see. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, Hollywood is like Washington D.C. It's geriatric. Yeah, it happens. It goes again. It ebbs and flows. Right.
Even like, even James Gunn, he's a man in his mid-50s, and they're putting him in charge of the DCU. It's like,
shouldn't be.
It's not the same as it used to be. It's not. You're not hiring the younger guys to take these jobs.
But even when they did it, they still didn't. They missed a lot. Like I think wasn't Jim Lee in charge at some point, and Jeff Johns was in charge.
Oh, Jeff Johns was, and that's why we had some of the biggest flops, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Jeff Johns was like running shit when like Green Lantern was happening.
Motherfucker wrote like fucking Blackest Night. Like, bro, like that was fucking epic. Like, why the fuck? Why? How can you fuck what you doing up? Like, it is. But again, Warner Bros. Is a lot of suits, so you got a lot of red tape.
The DC part of it's not. DC is not like all like. DC is a very small part of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And DC, in order to do anything, has to answer a lot of questions, check a lot of boxes off for Big Daddy WB.
Yeah. They greenlit Space Jam 2. What? Did you see that movie?
I
It
did.
was
5 minutes of it. I couldn't do it.
I liked.
No.
I liked the last basketball game. I liked some of the cameos you get in the
No,
background.
that was shit. Steve, there are people dressed in costume from fucking Party City.
I know.
There were
I know.
Party City costumes in there. That was bad.
It was
Not good.
That was your boy, though.
They
was your boy.
greenlit that. That's not my boy.
That's your boy.
I am
That's
a
LeBron.
Kobe
That's your
fan.
boy.
He brought you a title. He's your boy. That's
No,
what it is.
that's just nonsense.
You love him.
This is craziness.
Him and JJ Redick is your coach now. You
God
love it.
damn it, Alo. I can't believe that shit. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that off camera. I don't understand. Like, yo, they just greenlit all these terrible things, man. It's every studio, dog. Every studio's in
It's you are absolutely right. It's every studio, and then what happens is weird things happen behind the scenes, like rights issues happen, and all of a sudden it's like, well, what do you mean rights issues happen? Like Vincent D'Onofrio talked about it this week. He's like, well, I don't know, he's not in the Spider-Man cartoon that's coming out on Disney Plus because of rights issues with Sony, but yet he was in the Daredevil movie live action, with Ben Affleck. Kingpin was in that. Kingpin was in the Daredevil Netflix show. Kingpin showed up in Hawkeye. Kingpin was in Echo. It's like, what are these rights issues? Like, what is this tangled gobbledygook we're dealing with all the time? Like, why can't we just have what we want?
I read somewhere that Marvel had reached out to see if they could use Miguel O'Hara in Avengers 5. And Sony said no. Like,
wow.
What? Why? What are you doing with? I mean, I guess I see what they're doing with them on Spider-Verse, but like, come on, man, you're getting your Miguel O'Hara money. Like, let him play in the movies, where it matters. And I'm like, well, maybe they want to save him for something. But then I'm like, oof, every single Spider thing that Sony has made that doesn't have Marvel Studios attached to it is
garbage.
So it's like, even that first Venom is not good.
No, I know. It was
the second
passable.
Venom is not good, and the third one looks terrible. All this shit is garbage.
The second Venom was horrible.
And then Morbius, and then Madam Web, and we're still for some weird reason, I'm holding out hope
for
Craven. I'm so stupid.
You just love Kick-Ass. That's why.
My God. And I know as soon as you see the lion blood go into him and he, like, his eyes go yellow, I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, it's going to be shit, but it's like, oh, I want to.
The only thing I'm intrigued about was the rhino there, because they're actually using the rhino as like an
he's got like you see his arm getting all big and gray and shit. Like,
so I'm like, oh, cool. It's not Paul Giamatti in a fucking gigantic mech robot, like that's interesting. But then it's like, you're gonna mess it up.
They're gonna fuck it up some kind of way. It's gonna be It's gonna be like a 2-second scene or some dumb shit.
Well, it's already terrible because Craven Hunter is an environmental activist in this movie. He's supposed to be,
a hunter.
A hunter. Hence the name.
Well, they're trying to make him a good guy.
You know what? Like the big lion pelt that he wears. The lion that he killed with his bare hands in the books.
Yeah.
No, and this one, I guarantee you, it's going to be like some fucking poacher killed this lion, and then he killed the poacher, and then like now he wears this lion thing as like a tribute to the fucking pride or some bullshit.
No, it's gonna be fake. It's gonna be fake fur, because you'll be like, I don't use real fur.
You are so right. You are so fucking right. This is exactly what's gonna happen. It's like, oh, we gotta look out for PETA. Like, wait, what? Is that what we're doing? This is a fictional character.
Oh, yeah, so it's going to be like, oh, what is this? And he's like, don't worry, it's not real fur. He's going to some bullshit like that.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's what I was thinking.
But I still hope that it's watchable. I'll still watch it. I watched Morbius. I watched Venom. I did not watch Venom 2. I feel like I already got enough of Venom with Venom 1, and then you guys said that Venom 2 sucked, and I'm like, well, I don't really need it. If it sucked, then I don't really need it.
I was really hoping Woody Harrelson would have like,
if he's not good, then I don't want to see it, because I like him.
He's
and like,
not good.
It was the script. It wasn't Woody Harrelson. It was the script, man.
Right, but everything that came out of his mouth was not good.
It feels like they're still falling into some of these old, like they're forgetting that new comic book movies have been made that are good, and they're going back to like old, like Ghost Rider era.
Yeah, this is
first Fantastic Four era, like those early comic book movies where we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, the dark days, and they're like, we'll just do that. You know, like it's Amazing Spider-Man 2 did that same shit with goofy fucking ass Jamie Foxx, and he falls into a fucking tub of electric eels in the server room. What the fuck?
Well, they're electric.
What the fuck is
they collect data.
No, I forgot. I forgot all that just happened just now. You're telling me that.
And he like comes out and now he's got like nice hair and his teeth are fucking fixed.
But let's just be honest though. At the end of the day, I didn't mind Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I didn't mind the Sinister Six that they were trying to lead up to. I kind of wish we would have got it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I wouldn't have.
Not if it was that Rhino.
I kind of like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man better than I like Tom Holland at this point. I think
Andrew Garfield is my Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield's a great Spider-Man.
And I've made this argument with you a bunch. Andrew Garfield has always been my top Spider-Man, better than Tom Holland, better than Tobey for me. But like he's not had the best movies, and he hasn't had the best shit to do. And his villains certainly haven't been the best. His Green Goblin was way worse than any other version. But
are Tom Holland's villains that good?
Yes. Michael Keaton's Vulture was fantastic.
That was good. I forgot.
That was really good.
I forgot about that.
Mysterio, while not like the best, wasn't fucking.
But that Mysterio scene, man, where he was
zombie Iron Man and all that shit. Yo, and like the problem with Mysterio for that was I thought Jake Gyllenhaal did good. I thought the suit looked great with the big dome helmet and all the smoke and all that. The problem was like logistics, right? It's like that's a lot of drones. That's like a lot of manpower and a lot of shit that doesn't make sense. You just have like when you finally find out how he does it all, you're like, what? No way. Okay, so you just hoodwinking the world all the time. Okay. But that was the problem. It was logistics with him. But everything else, his third villain was like all the other ones.
I'm with you, Ed. I did not like Andrew's Peter Parker.
His Peter Parker was a little too cocky, but at the same time, you can't have like Tobey's Peter Parker wouldn't have worked in a 2000 in the Andrew movie like that. Like Tobey was a 90s nerd. And the 90s nerd feels more Spider-Man.
Tom Holland, I haven't gotten that I'm smart Tom Holland yet. Like for some reason. I don't like.
You know why? Because he's had Iron Man with him.
Yeah, right? He's giving all his shit. Like it doesn't make.
So I think that's what I think this next trilogy for him is going to establish.
They try to. Like
he did. I mean, he made his web formula stuff. He's doing that stuff. But you're right. I get it. Completely get it, Sean. That's been the complaint from Spider-Man fans. Like,
you want to know why? Because
he's Iron Man Jr.
We didn't get what everybody said they didn't want. Nobody wanted another Spider-Man origin movie, so we didn't get one. So we didn't establish his smarts before we get to the action. We just get Spider-Man thrown right into the action. You're supposed to already know. He makes his own web shooters. He's a smart boy.
Yep.
Smart boy. He's going to a big fancy science school. So he's a smart
I agree, James. I think Tobey was probably the best Peter. Andrew was probably the best Spider-Man. And I think Holland is doing the best hybrid of being able to juggle both. Because I think he's, because of the story. Again, you got to look at the story that he's in.
No, here it is.
Now he's in a bigger Marvel universe.
Here it is.
Compared to the other two that were in solo universes with no other superheroes.
So Tobey's got the best Peter. Andrew's got the best Spider-Man. Tom's got the best movies.
Yeah.
That's it. He's got the best stories.
Yeah.
So you take Tobey's Peter, Andrew's Garfield, throw him in Tom's movie. Somehow you're going to have like a really cool.
And that's why we had the No Way Home.
Why the fuck is No Way Home not on Disney Plus yet?
Because it's a Sony movie.
It's on Stars.
Yeah, it's a Sony movie. Sony's
You can watch it.
paid
I guess.
doing everything first with it before they're going to let Disney.
And I have my stars connected to Hulu, so now I can watch. Because Hulu is connected to Disney Plus, I can watch Spider-Man No Way Home on Disney Plus.
I'm pissed about that. I kind of wanted to watch No Way Home, and I'm like, where the hell do I get to watch No Way Home? Oh, I got to pay for it. And my Hulu subscription does not have it because my Hulu subscription is through Disney Plus, and I don't have stars, so I don't think I can watch it through that.
You got to add stars. You can add stars to it.
Yeah, but no, I'm using Disney Plus as just my platform. I'm not using Hulu as my platform.
Then add it on Disney Plus.
I didn't know you could do that.
Disney Plus is kind of like Amazon. Like Amazon, you can like link accounts and like add shit. Like when you go through Amazon Prime, you can go down and it's like add account. You can just click it and it's like, what do you want? And it's like you click on HBO and it's like, do you have an account? Click here. Do you not have an account? Sign up.
Yeah, that's why Max is going to be on Disney Plus as a tile as well.
Yep.
You'll be able to link
they're all going to be tied together so that you really only need one app that you can then open up and then that's going to be how they decide who wins. It's like whoever has the most main app downloads is going to be who wins that war.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah.
We have said a lot.
We have stretched this out.
This is an interesting chat. We've veered and turned, wound up back at arguing over who's the best Spider-Man.
Which is the argument that I enjoy talking about. So, with that being said, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your support. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. And this is Alil.
And this is Sean.
And this is Steve. And until next time, everybody, stay safe, be nice to each other, and keep it geeky.